Psycho, it was originated over from the east side, but it was on College Street, and they kept getting into it with my Hanger Hill relatives now. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey man, I can't be into it with my people. These my blood people.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So that made me fall out with them. And I'm like, hey man, if y'all, cause they shooting up my people house and everything, and I can't be down with it. I'm like, these my blood relatives.
Right.
And I'm like, bruh, it just I can't. I gotta be against you guys, man, cause I can't go against my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when the big homies put together Hanger Hill. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't know if we was gonna be Bloods or Crips. The only thing that changed that was Crip Mo and them moved in the neighborhood, and they told one of my older partners, "Nigga, get the cripping or get the fighting," and he got the fighting. And so then from that point on, we was all fighting.
Yeah.
Ran them up out the neighborhood, and that's how we decided. Well, whatever these niggas is, we gonna be opposite because we always into it with them now.
Right.
So that's how we end up being Bloods, just like that, just by niggas telling us to get the cripping or get the fighting.
Yeah.
And we got to fight.
Got to fight, and it worked, huh?
Yeah.
So thinking about that, and that's kind of a classic tale of what happens in our community, and definitely when they bring in the shiny stuff, you know, and I equate it to that slave catcher, you know, just you bring in the shiny rims, you bring the work in, you bring in all of that, and then we have guys like I can understand what happened to you, but then what happens to the next generation? To where what's your motivation to tell the next dude to come on and be a part of this, particularly when you. Yeah, what motivates you to tell the next guy, you know, come on, be a part of
Once it's it's like anything. Once it's established and they got a name and a brand, because it's a brand now. So that's just like somebody wearing a pair of Jordans. Like if they hot and the girls think they cool, the girls play a big factor in. Like if the girls think it's cool to do, 9 times out of 10 gonna do it. Like so, once the brand good, like. Everybody screaming and around you like it's peer pressure. Like if you go to a school where the school is mainly from your neighborhood and all them claim the same thing and you at the age of 14, 15, 16, do you want to be looked at as an outsider or do you want to be part of the crowd? And 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be part of the crowd, and a lot of times we ain't really got nobody to talk to. We don't like to ask. At that age you ain't really trying to ask for help, but you don't know how to ask for help.
Everybody, and then at that age, you want to fit in. You want to fit in. At 15 years old, you want to fit in with the crowd. Well, you want to fit in with the crowd. I mean, you want to with the popular people. The popular people might not be the smartest people. They might just be the one with the Jordans and the shiny chains and.
So let's go there then. So because now we've identified something. We said that, and we know that peer pressure, them girls, that having the stuff at that moment, it's a decision that's made. They say either I'm gonna wear these Wranglers and these Pro Wings, or I'm gonna go get these whatever it was at the time.
See, it's like class. It's kind of like class. It's kind of like you wearing it's like social.
I get that, but here's what I'm asking. So when I come in now and I'm trying to get you to choose, are you telling me to choose Pro Wings over Nike? Because if I don't have the money at home, it's not a question of whether I want to be in a gang or not. You asking me, do I continue to wear Pro Wings or do I go get these Nikes? And
but
what
that's what defines you, because at the age where you at in your life right now,
right.
Do you want to be down with us? You ain't got the money to go get it though, but you want to be down.
I want
you gonna think of something clever. For instance, back in the day, they used to take people's shoes at the skate rink.
Right.
Like so, or think about how people were getting killed over Jordan. You would kill somebody over because you wanted them. Starter jacket was.
That's how I got my first gunshot. I'm in high school, but I went to a Horace Mann game. Now, these guys into it fighting and stuff. I ain't got nothing to do with none of this stuff, but I see a jacket that I wanted. This dude had a Chicago Bulls jacket on. So I'm finna rob him. I got this thumper, you know what I'm saying? I opened the thumper and to get in these other group of dudes thing. And when I opened the thumper, I'm right on side the police. I ain't even seen the police right here beside me because I'm too busy watching them and looking at this jacket in particular. This dude with this one jacket that I want. So I'm open to thump. I'm finna go over here and take it. And the police say, "Hey!" And I turn around and look. He right here, man. I run through the crowd a little bit, and instead of me just taking off, I'm so dumb though because I'm young. Instead of me, I could have shot off and got away. I ran up in the crowd and put the gun in my pocket and tried to blend in with the crowd. He come and grabbed me and went in my pocket and grabbed it. That was my first gun charge. But it could have been my first murder charge if he wasn't there. Because who say dude wanted to get that start up? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I might was going to pop him. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my partner and them too. Right. So 9 times out of 10, I was going to pop him for it. Yeah. But that probably saved my life and hurt me at the same time.
Right. That's real. So at that moment though, like even in that, when you're gonna make the decision, there's a conversation that happens. When I decide pro wings over Nike, there's a conversation I'm having with myself that said these pro wings, man, they gonna laugh at me. They gonna they don't perform well. The girls ain't gonna holler at me. They gonna or these Nikes, I'm the man. I remember when I got my first pair of feelers. That was it. Everybody looking at me walking down the hall. I got no money in my pocket. I know my mama sent her last to buy them. Yeah. I ain't got nothing, whatever they supposed to represent. I ain't got none of that. But I got these feelers. I wore them every day. To the toes, my toes. But they were feelers. Yeah. Nobody else had them. But what? So in that conversation though, what do you say that makes somebody say pro wings versus Nike?
It is nothing to say.
It's the market said it's like for now the George you gotta have them. Like it's a brand now. If you ain't got it, you feel uncomfortable. Yeah. Like that's like a successful man going into a business meeting and don't have a tie for his suit. Okay. So you gonna figure out how to get that tie, or you gonna go get that tie because you need that tie to be a part to be respected in that meeting.
Status quo.
So we've created a culture then to where it's basically eating itself. Yeah. It ain't really because I use the same example. Like I remember when y'all did that thing out in Southwest of Stop the Violence. It was over at Step Up Center. When I came out for that radio station, I went over there.
Yeah.
And I remember like all them guys up there, they were saying, we got to stop the fight, stop the killing, stop the violence. And that becomes a thing. Everybody's saying that. And then I said, I didn't talk publicly, but I was just talking, I think the Bushwick them and saying that y'all need to recant the message because it's not about stopping the violence, because the violence, it is what it is. This is a violent society. It's gonna be violence. But if you can get people to rationalize and say forgiveness, because you asking somebody to forgive a murder. So it ain't, what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm all about stop the violence when it's you being hurt, when it's somebody else fighting, but when you hurt my family, now that's different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, so what I'm saying is when I'm out there talking about stop the violence, I'm asking you to forgive this dude that done something that violated your code. I'm asking you to forgive him. So stop the violence takes on a whole different meaning when it's my shoe getting stepped on. But it's the same concept, pro wings versus Nike. How do I shift my thinking to say that, this dude has wronged me and I'm not going to take his life or I'm not going to hurt him? What's the messaging that you're going to do with your group even? How do you have a conversation with somebody else you're saying is hopeless? We just doomed to wear Nike. We're going to wear Nike.
Saying, like when you're talking to a kid and you put pro wing and Nike in front of them, it ain't no question.
Right, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing if you're talking to an adult or a kid and somebody that killed his cousin and you asking him to stop the violence. Yeah. It's the same concept. It's just as ridiculous almost to say choose pro wings over Nike as you are saying walk away from this murder because he killed your best friend.
I think the biggest thing about it is at 15 years old, when you choose between Nike and pro wings, you don't have like far as the murder, like forgiving somebody to kill somebody you know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I forgive, you know what I'm saying, it's less consequences than me not forgiving. Because you might have killed my homeboy, but I might go out and shoot your house up and kill you and your baby. Mm-hmm. And now I got a double life sentence. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's kind of like the pro wings and Nikes. Yeah, we got the pro wings right now, but later on, you get old enough to get a job. Like with me, I had pro wings and stuff, but I didn't hustle until I got older. Uh-huh. So I just stuck it out. I did a couple yards here and there, bought me a pair of shoes, and I got older, got a job. Then I bought my shoes, so it's not kind of being patient. Okay. But you get them Nikes right now, but you might risk the whole lot getting them Nikes. You might risk your freedom.
Okay, I like